All right, what's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? We are live, man. What's going on, Olivia? So, part two, second week of this. First week was good, man. You know, a lot of feedback from people. So glad to have Chuck, Tim back on the scene. So before we get up into this, we're waiting for one more, but he'll pop in whenever he can. My dog Wyatt, he'll be in here. But before we get off into it, I want you guys to see we all are wearing. See if y'all can see this, some dog tags. You know what I'm saying? We are wearing dog tags. I'll go ahead and tell everybody what it is. So if y'all look down the description section, it's gonna be a link to a video. That video is a autism awareness video that my son has autism. His name is Ace. He is 10. We do something every year to bring awareness for autism in the month of April. It impacts so many kids. So we did dog tags this year that we wear, and we bring awareness for it. So you guys check the video link. Go ahead and click that. Make sure you do what the banner say on here. Also, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button. Everybody that's on here, we want to make sure to hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel because we're going to be doing this every week, even after the series stop. Because Tim crazy, Chuck's crazy, and we got a lot of stuff we got to talk about. Because the NBA season about to start back, and my Lakers about to win it all. So that's a whole nother story. So we got a couple of people pulling up. What's up, Aleshia? Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you hit that.
What's up, Aleshia?
Natalie Jones. I guess you can Tim because last name Jones. And then we got Aleshia Williams also. So
that's my wife. That's Aleshia.
Okay. She can't be siding with you, man. She can't be siding.
Of course. Everybody about to side with me. Let's go.
Anyway. All right, man. So let's go ahead and get up into it. So what did you guys think about episodes 3 and 4? So we'll start with Chuck. Go ahead, Chuck.
Okay. I thought it was pretty good. You had a chance to see Dennis Rodman from his personality on to how he approached the game. And then also you had a chance to see both his what his personal background was, what he suffered through depression and some of the trials and tribulations he went through. I mean, it just goes to show you that.
Uh-oh. They go check again. Hey, somebody screenshot this man.
Chuck, stuck on pros, man.
I'm telling you, man, that's Get Out, man. That man been sipping that coffee. Come on, hey, bro. You gotta upgrade the internet or something. That man got dial up.
Yeah, just don't get AT&T.
Oh man. Anyway, go ahead, man. You stopped it. You stopped there. That's what you stopped there, bro.
Well,
Deion Evans said GOAT.
I just felt like Dennis Rodman was the enigma for the team, and just like Phil Jackson, he was somebody different compared to a lot of other coaches, and both of them shared like a kingship with one another. Like they're both people looked at them as out of place guys, but they made the team. They made it work for the team. So I'll go ahead, Tim, before my internet goes out.
No, man, I love last night. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it looks like they're kind of trying to break down that last dance from different players' perspectives over the course of the different episodes. So I like that we jumped into Rodman. I think what was important about that is kind of showed initially how he went from this kind of really quiet and shy kid when he was at with Detroit to moving over to the Bulls, and it was just this real quick and fast, seemed like transformation from one end of the spectrum to the next, as far as the partying and his outerwear and his attitude, his persona, the whole nine. And then I also liked with last night's episode how it kind of broke down a little bit, started to get into how the triangle offense came about, and really showing how Phil was really a manager of personalities. He really perfected the craft of managing personalities, right? And getting also those high profile personalities to buy into what the offense is.
Yeah. No, I agree 100% with both of you guys. The biggest thing I got from 3 and 4 is kind of the same thing with the first 2 episodes. I feel like ESPN has done a very good job of displaying exactly what the Bulls were like, because so many times you hear Michael Jordan, you hear the Bulls, you don't hear the background of who they were, and they're showing it. You know what I'm saying? And not just that, it also puts me in a perspective where I'm like, okay, I'm seeing these people as actual people. I'm not seeing them. Hey, what's up, Wyatt?
What's good, bro?
What's going on, man? So Wyatt, this is Tim to your, I guess, your left, and then that's
What's up, man?
Yeah,
What's good, bro? Nice to meet you.
Hey, Wyatt, make sure you got your YouTube name on your profile, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, hey, he's a YouTuber. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to his channel. As you come in, make sure you hit that like button, but subscribe to Geeknology in Wyatt's channel. Y'all go ahead and do that. But right now, we're talking about our perception of the series so far, just what we think. So, like I said, I just feel like they've done a very good job at getting the background, their lives of who these people really are. We look at them as athletes, entertainers. But we don't see the grind, like you said about Dennis Rodman, about how he was this quiet little kid, and then he blew up into this. I don't know what the heck he was. To be honest with you, by the time that man hit the league, I don't know what he was.
Yeah,
but
somebody turned him out, man.
Yeah, dude.
Someone turned him out.
That dude was.
Shout out to whoever turned him out, man. They made him great.
It was just like, it's just like they are portraying these as people. So I'm starting to look at these athletes that, you know what, they got a backstory. They're just not people that's dribbling the basketball for my entertainment. So far, so good. Can't wait to get off into some of this stuff that I know y'all not going to agree with what I think, but hey, it is what it is. So why? What you think about the series so far?
I need to get caught up because last night, obviously, we were live, so I didn't really get to enjoy it. I had work today, so, and then I'm here with you guys. So yeah, probably after this live, I'll probably sit down and actually like dissect it and enjoy it like I did the first 2 episodes. But yeah, man, I've heard nothing but great things about the 3rd and 4th episode. Yeah, man. So I'm just ready for the next one.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So me and Wyatt was on a live feed last night because we thought they was gonna drop some shoes. So we're sitting here waiting for them to drop some shoes like they did on the first one. That didn't happen, but hey, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and let's see what some of the comments. We got Shonda. What's up, Shonda? Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you hit that that like button. Chuck, yep. I didn't know that Pippen had a migraine and they went to Game 7 in 1990. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that either. That was a shocker for me. Like, you know, you hear about the flu games, you hear about Jordan and stuff like that. I didn't know Pippen was going through a migraine. I didn't realize that. Was that something new to you guys, or y'all knew that?
I kind of heard it slightly, but it wasn't blown up. Just like I said, like the flu game with Jordan.
Yeah, I think I had heard about it and just kind of forgot about it at the same time from a while ago.
So I wonder why they didn't give Pippen those shoes, the migraine 6s or something like they gave Jordan the flu game 12s. Like, why they should have did that. All right, so we got Jeffrey Sims says 3 deep.
3 deep. That's my old basketball running buddy.
Okay.
All them championships.
Okay.
All right. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Natalie. Appreciate it. All right, so let's talk about these comments. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it off and tell y'all guys these comments. So why I know you haven't watched it all, but out of the gate, Dennis Rodman makes an idiotic comment, in my opinion, and says that the Bulls would not have won those championships without him on the team. I strongly disagree with that. I've already talked to Tim a little bit, and he feels otherwise. But what do you guys think? If Dennis Rodman is now on their team, and let's put things in perspective. Dennis Rodman ain't on the team. So let's say they have another role players, like a Ron Harper or something on their team. Let's just say, just throw it out there. Can they still win the championships, or do they need Dennis Rodman?
I don't think they need Dennis Rodman as much as he's saying. I might have to run some like official full tape back of these games to see exactly, you know, what he actually did. I mean, I know his defense was impeccable, but I don't know, man. If that was like Scottie Pippen saying that, I'd have been like, that could actually, that's an argument that's actually debatable, like fully. You know, most people would probably agree with that statement, but the Rodman is kind of like, I don't know about that, man.
I kind of agree with you. Chuck, what you think?
Yeah, I agree. Like, he played a great role with the team and hustled, rebounded, did all the dirty work. But at the same time, he did essentially what Horace Grant did for the team for the first three-peat. Of course, he kicked a few people on the crouch a few times.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
I don't think I say he did what Horace Grant did, but I see what you're saying. All right, Tim. Hey, you got it.
I disagree with all of y'all. Listen, Rodman was that piece that made them propel to get that second three-peat, right? Without Rodman, if you replace him with another role player like a Ron Harper, it's not the same effect. Harper or somebody like that is not going to go after the rebounds, offensive and defensive rebounds, and take on the biggest and the baddest player from the opposing team and give them the headache of annoying them, pestering them, getting up in them, getting the technicals, getting kicked out, all that kind of thing. Nobody else was going to do that. Watch this. Isaiah said earlier today, Isaiah Thomas said during that three-peat, outside of Scottie Pippen, he felt Dennis Rodman was the best defensive player in the league. So if Rodman was the best defensive player in the league outside of Pippen and you replace him with anybody else, then they don't win. Not to say that it would have been a struggle, a tougher path for them to get there. Yeah, I think he definitely lessened the load defensively for Mike and Scottie, and obviously for the team overall.
But can you say, okay, so, but can you agree that, let's say that Dennis Rodman, yeah, I mean, hustle points, rebound, and stuff like that, he did that. He did those things. But he even said, and so did everybody else, that the amount of times that it took him a game to even get to that level to do those things, it was like pulling teeth. Like, you hope that Dennis Rodman got up for a game. So if you get another player that gets on that team, so whenever we all play a game of basketball, whenever we play to the level of our competition most of the time. If you get somebody that has a little bit of ambition with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen that can play a certain role, even if you just get another rebounder, they didn't need nobody to put up points like Dennis Rodman. They can just on ball defender and a rebounder. I feel like Pippen and Jordan could propel and still win those championships. Now, did they need Rodman? Did they need Rodman when Pippen was out? Absolutely. That was probably the biggest time that they needed him. But outside of that, man, I mean, I don't think they needed him to win a championship.
But Jeremy, you're talking about that 98 year. Really, you're talking about the last dance year, right? When he needed extra motivation to get up. The whole team needed extra motivation to get up because that
was Rodman his whole stint when he was with the Bulls, when he was doing all the BS off the court. Like, he barely did anything.
No, but from the episode last night, what we saw with him struggling to get up for the games was in 98, right? That was the 98 year. They didn't talk about him struggling to get up for games in 96 or 97 for the most part, right? And so what I'm saying to you is, essentially that last year, everybody needed some extra motivation. When you're a dynasty team like that, you got to try to pull that energy, that drive from somewhere, right? I mean, look, we kind of saw it with Golden State Warriors, right? When they almost had the better regular season record and then couldn't finish in the finals because for a few factors, but one of them could be they just didn't get up for the game, right? Because they had been doing it so often. So they were used to winning.
So question. Mm-hmm. Draymond Green.
That's who I was thinking of.
Do the Warriors win without Draymond Green? I'm talking about with the Kevin Durant team. Do they win without Draymond Green?
No, they don't. But you got to also remember too, Draymond does a little more than what Dennis Rodman.
But Rodman did.
He passes the ball. He occasionally makes some shots,
He
rebound.
brought up the ball. He's pretty much like the point guard. I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah.
So that's my point. If look at all the extra stuff that that Draymond Green does for a powerhouse team like the Warriors. And don't get it twisted. Dennis Rodman rebounds, he plays defense. But what I'm saying is those are two tangible things that you can get, not to the level of Dennis Rodman, but when you got Michael Jordan and Pippen on your team, why do you need like just the best one? You don't need the second best one in the league to do it. I feel like Jordan and Pippen they could still win those championships. Maybe not all three, especially the year that Pippen got hurt, but the first two they would have got.
Let's look at the episode last night, and Rodman even told you he was a master at the craft, right? What he did is he studied the defense and said, hey, when the ball comes off the rim, shooting from this side, the probability is it's going to bounce here, or from over there, it's going to bounce there. Okay, he studied the game for offensive and defensive rebounding. I saw a little post earlier today on Bleacher Report said, in a poll, who would you rather have trying to get that rebound? Ben Wallace, Rodman, Kevin Garnett, Chuck, Charles Barkley, or Draymond Green. And if you're talking about going up and getting the rebound, that's Rodman. That was Rodman, right? He was a master at that. Now, you can't really compare him to Draymond because Draymond's trying to bring the ball up the court, but the man was a master at that part of the craft, and that's what they needed to be able to win those three.
So you think without Rodman, they don't win? Okay. Do they win any without Rodman?
Yes, they do win some without Rodman.
Okay, so they can't win without Rodman.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
But they don't win on all three. They don't win on all three.
Hey, I feel like an attorney. I feel like I just won a case. Hey,
you didn't close that case. You didn't close it. There was a void in it.
Hey, what's the dude that won for OJ? Hey, boy, they don't fit, boy.
Thank you, bro.
Man, no, okay. All right, so Logan said Pippen plus Rodman equals Draymond. I mean,
no.
Nah, Logan.
Evolution.
Yeah.
Had a better shot.
Bosh your love for LeBron. I guess he's saying Bosh your love for LeBron was like I don't know. Gerard.
Got you.
He's trying to say who was better for LeBron, I guess.
I don't know.
Oh.
No, I think he's comparing Bosh and Love to Rodman and Pippen.
Oh, for the assets for Jordan. I mean for LeBron. Okay. All right. So anyway, so since we're already comparing, let's go ahead and go to the next topic. Okay. We talk about these big threes. We got Pippen, we got Jordan, and we got Rodman. Okay. How do they match up against some of these? I know it's hypothetically speaking or whatever, but how do they match up with some of these big threes that we've seen, between like Bosh, Wade, and LeBron, and KD, Kyrie, and Clay? So how do you guys think they, from stat wise and everything, how do y'all think they match up with them?
I think they're going to take the most money from them, man.
Yeah, not even from a one-on-one perspective. I'm just talking about like as far as like what they bring to their teams and just like everything, like the dynamic of those three. Because I feel like when I think about them all, I feel like that KD, Clay, and Steph, they all pretty much they like the same type of player. They just can shoot the hell out of the basketball. Like they can just put the ball in the basket from anywhere. I mean, outside of KD being able to post you up. But when I think of Rodman, Pippen, and Jordan, different positions, they played their roles, and it was just like they just fit. You know what I'm saying? Like they just fit. I just feel like the Warriors. Now, I'm not knocking the Warriors, but they just can they can just shoot the basketball. You know what I'm saying? They can shoot. They like me. You feel me? Like,
no, they're not.
They're like me. Hey, comment. Put in the comment section if you see me ball. So tell these boo. Tim, come on now. Write in the comment. Tell them how good I. Hey, why?
Man, we've been playing together for the last 10 years. It's far from the Warriors, bro.
Hey, why?
We got phones. I need to see some video coverage, man. It's 2020. We need some videos now.
Hey, man. Hey, Tim.
Talking can't back it up. How about Paul Pierce, Garnett, and Rondo?
Ooh.
I would say that's definitely another big three that a lot of people forget about.
Definitely.
And they were all different. Obviously, they all had different, good things about them and things.
Could you imagine those three like earlier than when they got together later in their careers? Could you imagine them if I mean, Paul Pierce really wasn't the truth when they got together. He was like a little bit of a lie by the time they got together. It's kind of like one of those.
But they had Ray Allen though.
They had Ray Allen. Ray Allen was the truth. Ray Allen was the truth. You know what I'm saying? But Ray Allen, he was the truth. He could shoot.
He was the X factor, man.
Yeah, he was.
If they needed something, he got it. He got it done.
So I think to get back to your question, Jeremy, I mean, as I'm going through my head and I'm thinking about the different, combinations of big threes, I still got to go back to the Bulls, right? Because, I think Boston was good. Boston was good because they had kind of a strong rebounder and defense, and they played the mid-range game well. And then obviously you had Ray Allen who could stretch you out to the three-point line. Does that really stack up to the Bulls? No. If they kind of go head to head. You look at the Warriors. The Warriors are just going to shoot, like you said, they shoot the lights out. But what could they do really on the inside when you kind of compare it to the Bulls? And the answer to that is probably not much, right? And then let's go with the Heat, right? So you got Bron, Bosh, and Wade. I think that's going to be maybe your closest type of fit.
And Ray Allen, right? Was Ray Allen on that too?
They had Ray for what? 1 year? Was he there 1 year?
No, Ray was there like 2-3 years.
2.
Yeah, 2 years and won it once.
Okay. So
look at Chuck. They won it once.
One time versus 6 with Jay Jordan.
So I mean, when you talk about the Heat, I think that's a little bit more comparable because they can do some similar things. They just didn't have that one piece. They didn't have that Rodman piece on the defensive side. I mean, for any of them for the Heat. So, but you had, obviously between Bron and Wade, the ability to get to the cup, finish at the cup, draw the foul, and you had some good mid-range and perimeter shooting. So the vintage y'all boy said was good, y'all. Hey, he has a YouTube page. Y'all check him out. I wish he was on here because, dude, you want to talk about LeBron fan? This is LeBron fan, man.
Yeah,
he wasn't them young bucks. He's a LeBron fan. So I mean, he probably would have to hold his own against us, all these Jordan fans. But no.
Quick question. What before you go on? Sorry, to interrupt. Was the Bulls championship team made around Jordan? Like, did they like, if you look at the Heat, it was kind of just like they threw players together. Like the Warriors was kind of made around, kind of like how the Bulls made their team. Like they drafted them, they built the team slowly. Like, do you think what's the benefit of doing it? Like, I'm trying to figure out what I want to say, but is that just like done? Like, is that analogy done nowadays, you think? Like actually building the team the right way, or just getting a whole bunch of stars and praying that they all mesh?
I think it's a league built around who wants to play with who. Friendships, to be honest with you, bro. Like, what's my best chance to? Cause see, money drives everything, and these players can actually make money with playing with each other. Back in the day, they didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Teams were basically built on drafts, the actual draft, and then moving pieces around trying to build a team. Now, if a player say, "Hey, I demand a trade," I'm gonna sit. They gonna sit and they gonna get that trade. So basically now big threes and stuff like that, they're basically, in my opinion, they're formed on a beach somewhere on a boat as they party.
Banana boat.
Yeah, like
banana boat.
Yeah, banana boat as they party in off season. Hey, you know what? I like you too, man. Like Dave Chappelle. Let's get together. Let's hoop. So I mean, it's kind of one of those things where I wish it was built the way it used to be. But then my Lakers looked good this year, so I actually liked it for a change. But it's just
I feel like they built that around LeBron, though, kind of. I mean, it was faster. It was a faster build, but LeBron was like, I want him. Like, I want to keep him,
But you're right, man. But that was player dictated, right? Back with the Bulls, it was really done by Jerry Krause or any of those GMs. It wasn't based off the players. But you have to answer your question. I think it was built somewhat around Jordan. They were trying to give him pieces to help out, what his skill set really.
Hey Tim, let me I see BizLawyer ATL. She says, what we talking about, best big three ever or 90s?
What's up, Paul?
So
we're talking about ever. We really.
Yeah, really. We're just comparing them ever. Just throw us some big threes for us to talk about in the comparison to the Bulls big three. I mean, there's so many of them out there, and even from the 90s, it's a lot of big threes out there. I mean, some people might not consider them big threes because that third person kind of did like what Bosh had to do. His offense had to dwindle back a lot when he got with the Heat. He did other things, but a lot of people were saying trade Bosh, man, just because of how good LeBron and D Wade was. They're saying trade Bosh, but they wasn't looking at the stats. I hate when people do that. They don't look at what the little tangible things that people bring to the table. They just say, "Oh, he ain't the Raptor Chris Bosh," which he wasn't, probably because he cut his dreads off. But it's just like, what do they expect though?
But you got to remember too, with all these big threes, they all played a role. Like even with the Bulls, I think Rodman used to average 14, 15 points per game for some years with Detroit. But then was it Jeffrey Sims? Can you
hey, Jeff, man, go eat your dinner or something, bro.
Hey, he must be quarantining, man. You got that stuff.
Nah, man, I ain't had a haircut in like 3 months, bro.
Don't feel bad, Tim. I started to wear a hat myself.
Nah, man, it's crazy up under here.
Yeah. So all right. So let's talk about Phil Jackson, man. This triangle offense. Like it's Phil Jackson. So let's do this. Steve Kerr, Spoelstra. When you think about these coaches, they get championships. Think about these coaches and stuff like that. How much different is the league right now? Because I feel like I feel like anybody can coach these teams and still win a championship. Do y'all feel like that? Like right now, like to be honest with you, Lakers coach, I don't even know his name. Like what's his name?
Vogel. You
can't tell me Vogel is coaching his team. Like it don't like I feel like it's just so player driven that even in the huddles, you see the coaches sitting back and these players are just like, you go here, the set here is gonna be here. LeBron is like, you do this, you do this, you do this. Like Rondo is in there. It's like, but back then, do you guys feel like the triangle offense and Phil Jackson actually that actually worked? You feel what I'm saying? Or do you think that it was just because of the team that was formulated?
Well, I think it was because Phil Jackson had him buy into getting his other teammates involved. Not necessarily the triangle offense, but I think he just had to tell Jordan, hey, you can score 50 points per game, but are we going to win every game? Or are you going to dial it back some and draw the double, triple teams and pass it out to the Steve Kerrs and the Tony Kukocs and the Pippins of the world and let them get easy shots?
So, I mean, I'm with you, Jeremy. I don't think any of these young guys that are in there right now are all all-star coaches, right? I think that they have a little bit of a system. As we kind of know, they don't really have practices anymore for the most part. Players just kind of go out there and they play their game. What I will say is I think why Phil was successful with the triangle offense, not only with Chicago, but also with the Lakers when he was there, was because he was, like I said earlier, he was a manager of personalities, right? So he took the time to sit down one-on-one with a Rodman, right? So let's say an extreme type of personality, and allowed Rodman to find some common ground, some similarities between the two. So it's almost like, when the coach is able to find that silver lining to be able to say, okay, we have something in common outside of what you do for your job on this basketball court, then they start believing a little bit more in his system, in the words that he says, and they play better for him, right? And I'm gonna take this over to college football real quick, and I know some of y'all might disagree with the person I'm talking about, but Jameis Winston, right? When he was at Florida State, hold on before you fall out. Hold on before you fall out. He went on record and said, Coach got me to buy into his system because of the relationship that we built, right? And I think you've even seen that with Coach Pop. He builds relationships with the players so they become an advocate of his system of playing basketball. That's what Phil was great at. And I don't think a lot of these young guys are really good at that. They get in there, like you said, Vogel not coaching, LeBron playing his game, AD playing his game. Vogel is a figurehead that management put in place like a chess piece, and they kind of dangling him like a puppet. You know what I mean? He's just there.
Yeah. Isn't J Kidd the assistant? They probably respect him for what he done.
Yeah. But I was just about to say. I'm pretty sure Jason Kidd probably has more respect. And to be honest with you, the Lakers were probably just waiting for everything to kind of go bad real quick to get rid of Vogel, but it didn't because just AD and LeBron's playing so well together that he's looking good right now. But they couldn't put Jason Kidd in there because he got too many domestic violence charges, bro. This man.
But coaches nowadays are more like motivational speakers, in my opinion. Like say something to motivate the team in the right moment, and then at the end of the day, players are gonna have to execute and what plays they need to run for the most part.
Put some respect on, man. Don't nobody care about Jameis Winston.
Hey,
it's Tom Brady world over here, baby. Brady.
Jameis is a water boy right now.
Stop.
Nobody picked that man up.
He's about to sign with the Saints. He's about to sign with the Saints.
Exactly. He's the water boy for the Saints.
So Keeks for Fresh. She's a YouTuber also. You guys, everybody in the comment section, everybody that's gonna watch this video, make sure you guys. I will put everybody's YouTube page down in the description section as soon as I finish this live, so you guys can go ahead and subscribe and check out the content that we're putting out, dude. We're quarantining, man. Everybody should be watching our stuff, man. What else is it to do? Okay. I mean, nothing to do. Let's see here. Who we got? Well, here we go with James talk. All right, we ain't gonna get on James, man. I don't want to get that man no.
Yo, the comment where she said Duncan Ginobili Parker, like I feel like a lot of people forget about the Spurs, man. I know they're not like the most exciting team to watch, but you can't deny like what their dynasty they built for all those years, man. It's crazy. Like they put that together. Those championship teams were like untouchable, y'all. Competing with the best of the best.
And I seen this post. I forgot who put it up. I want to say Stephen A. But they were having a debate about who had the better career because Kobe, my dog, and Duncan are both getting inducted. So they were saying who actually had the better career. And stat-wise, consistency-wise, Tim Duncan did, man. And I don't want to say that, but dude, that man was consistent from start to finish. Healthy, even the bad game was a great game for this guy. And just because he wasn't in the limelight, he didn't play the game the way other people played it. Like you said, it just got brushed up on the rug. And Ginobili just got on my nerves, bro. Like the flopping, Ginobili, yeah, his nose, everything about Ginobili got on my nerves. Like I just couldn't stand the cat.
They were a great big three, but they obviously don't really compare to what we really talking about with the GOATs and the Bulls.
But hey, imagine if you're at a basketball court. Just let's talk about this.
Okay.
When Ginobili, Duncan, and Parker walked up to the court in their regular clothes. Would you pick them up on your team? Absolutely not. Hey, nobody on that Spurs team looked like they were ballers. Like I looked at that team and I'm like, don't none of them look like they would walk in at the beginning of the game and I'm like, the camera be on them. I'm like, dude, they can't be getting ready to play basketball. Like they just didn't look like it, but they consistent, man, could ball.
Another thing about those Spurs teams, though, is if you notice, none of those teams won back-to-back. They always win like during off years.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy go right here now.
Yeah. Yo, hey, that's my brother, man. He's a big Spurs fan. Like, man, hey, back in the day when the Lakers and the Spurs played, it was some division, bro, in our household. Like, but
hey, so Jeff, y'all going through a rebuilding right now with the Spurs?
They done. They done. Spurs done. Like, don't see. I don't know. I think. Hey, what's his name? Pop gotta be done after this year because I think his contract up. Right? This is last year on his contract. I don't think he's gonna come back.
Chuck, you know if it's last year?
I think
it is. Know, but I'm like Jeremy. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't.
So yeah, I was just looking at this. I'm thinking that the NBA season is gonna start back in June. What you think about that? Come on now, my Lakers.
So you talking about like a championship around mid-August?
Yep. The facilities open back up in what they say May 8th. They're able to go back in and start practicing. So, man, Jeffrey, this guy flooded the time. This guy is just like, what? Man, like
he's up to date.
Man,
everything.
Our contract is forever. No, it's not. Y'all tripping.
No, you tripping.
Hey, does this guy not realize he can write all that in one box?
I think though with the NBA coming back, you're gonna have quite a few players, various teams that honestly are just out of shape. I think the quarantine has been
hold up, Tim. Hey, BizLawyer ATL, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and check us out next week. We appreciate it. Go ahead.
Right. No, I was just saying that I don't think the quarantine has been great for most specifically a lot of the athletes who rely on the facilities to train and keep their body up to speed. Some of the guys have even said, "Hey, be in the house. We've been eating." You know what I mean? Not everybody has the in-home gym like a LeBron and some of these other people wherever
they should, bro.
They should, but not all of them do because they never run into something like this. You know what I mean? So I think that's gonna play a factor for the rest of this NBA season. But I've been on record before, and I'm going to say it again: the Lakers won't win. So, next subject.
Who is that? The Sixers?
Huh?
Hold on. Let me make this bigger. Hold on. Let me see.
Okay.
Hold on. Why can't I make? Hold on. Here we go. Why can't I make this bigger? Hold up. That's me. Whoa. Wait a minute.
Oh, whoa. Big head.
Oh my goodness, man.
Let's go.
Come on, bro.
Wow.
Let's go.
Hey, y'all made the mistake by playing.
Let's talk about it.
Hey, y'all made the mistake by playing too many bigs at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like 3 or 4 bigs.
I agree.
Now listen,
we need to do
if the 76ers come out of this quarantine and Ben Simmons all of a sudden has a 3-point ball, now you got a problem.
Man, look all of a sudden, yeah, come on, bro. That man ain't gonna have no 3-point ball, man. He ain't gonna do it, man.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with him, man. Because he has a 3-point ball. That's the crazy thing. I just don't know why he doesn't take it.
Dude, he be out there looking nervous, like
I know.
5 or 3, he be looking like Chuck when his computer freeze. Tim, are you there? Hey, why?
Listen, Adrian, let me break this down.
Hold on. Hey, why? Before you got on, Chuck, he was talking to us, and then just all of a sudden, that man was like, for like 5 minutes, bro. I'm like, dang.
Don't subscribe to AT&T, whatever y'all do.
Hey, look, oh man, look at my brother. Let me get on this thing. Hey, Jeff, I'm gonna have to let you get on next week, man. Next week, bro.
That's gonna be a fee.
Where you find these guys? Hey, Big Simmons. I like the idea of having basketball during the summer. I'm glad it's not just baseball. I mean, yeah, that's cool too. I hate baseball. I'm not a baseball fan.
Yeah, me either.
It's just, I guess you just got to get up into that, man. It's kind of a long sport, but no, Fredo, these the Sixers, man. Okay, what? Okay, why? What do you think y'all need, or do you really think y'all got it? Do you think y'all have enough to win the championship? Like, what do you think y'all?
On paper, yeah, on paper, I feel like on paper we have the best starting five in the league, but that doesn't mean nothing. I mean, if you look at our talent, it's just not. I don't know what it is. Like this year, coming into this year, I really thought like, yeah, we got Horford, we got some decent players, like just like the year before. But it's just like it's something we need. I feel like we need to get rid of either Embiid or Simmons and just build around that because there's too many different basketball styles we're trying to do. Like, are we trying to run up and down the floor? Or are we trying to slow it up and play half court basketball? Like, what are we trying to do? Like, there's no type of identity. Maybe we need to get rid of the coach. Like, I have no clue. Like. They need to figure it out. Hopefully, they figure something out during all this quarantine.
So what are your thoughts about Joel Embiid? Like, do you feel like that I feel like he is something missing with him. Like, I think he's confused on the court, bro. Like he don't know where to be. He kind of needs he needs Hakeem to train with him for a summer or something and just be like, bro, listen, this is where you need to be. Because that if I see that man behind the 3-point line one more game. Like one more game, and then when he hit it, he celebrates. He reminds me of Swaggy P when he celebrates. Like, I'm like,
yeah.
Dude.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I'm still gonna be with the team no matter what. That's my day one team. So
are you?
I've had season tickets for like the last like 6 years. Like even when they were giving away tickets, I was still going to the game. So anything's better than that era. You know, like the worst team in the league, like $10 tickets, like $5 tickets. Like, so I'm still here, you know?
So let me see.
Can we talk about this comment that was just on the screen there?
That's what I was laughing at.
What comment? What comment, Tim?
The LeBron is king, half man, half amazing.
LeBron equals king, aka mama. Then go that man, aka half man, half amazing.
Okay, all right. So listen. So half man, half amazing is Vince Carter, and he's about to retire. First of all, so shout out to him. Listen, the Lakers are a 2-trick pony right now. Okay. And they've done great in the regular season. We give them props for that. They did better than I think we projected them to do before the season started.
No,
all right, clap it up.
I knew they was gonna do that good. I told you that.
You were the only you were the only one that said that. But all you said was we're gonna win a championship.
No, I said
how great you were gonna be during the regular season.
I said that we were gonna be the second best, if not the best team. I knew it was gonna be the best team in the West, but probably the second or third in the league. Because I thought, to be honest with you, I thought Milwaukee was gonna be one, and for some reason I thought the Celtics was gonna be 2, and then I thought it was gonna be the Lakers. Okay. But anyway, go ahead.
So again, a 2-trick pony, and here's why. Okay, y'all don't have any dogs, right? You don't have anybody coming off. You don't have anybody coming off the bench that can sustain the offense. Okay, LeBron is gonna try to give you 40+ minutes every night, and is spectacular condition that he's in. He is still getting up there day by day in age, right? Father Time is undefeated. That's 1. 2 is AD. AD is still a bit of a liability. Okay, we all know he's a little bit injury prone, and can he carry that team when LeBron's off the floor? When you get into a playoff situation, I don't think so. So if they had to go head to head with a Clippers team that has now,
See, every time we start talking about the Lakers, look what happened to him. Look what happened to him. See that? That's that face. That's that face. That's that face of that BS.
Gels.
yeah, look at that face, man. I didn't hear a word of the crap. I ain't hear nothing you said, boy. Because you talking that nonsense, man. Hey, Tim, this is all I see. So then when they fit the Clippers, yeah, nothing, man. Ain't nothing. That's the same thing the Clippers gonna do. They're gonna be right there watching LeBron and the Lakers win, boy.
All right. Well, listen, you'll get your dreams are gonna come true in a couple months. Basketball over the summer. We'll see what happens, but I think you're wrong on this one.
You want to make okay? Well, we don't need to gamble on the live stream, but hit me up later. We can make a friendly wager. In the name of the Lord, we'll do it. We'll do it the right way. So, Chuck, let's talk about these Rockets. They got rid of. Hey, you know what? I've been saying for the last, and Tim, you can vouch for this. I've been saying for the last 4 or 5 years, get rid of D'Antoni. Regular season, high power offense, they're gonna win a lot of games. Playoffs, they've had the roster that they needed to compete, and it's because of him, dude. I'm telling you, dude, they need to get rid of him, man. Like,
so let me ask real quick, Jeremy. What playoff series was that D'Antoni refused to change the defense? I guess it was, and they lost because of it. Was it the Warriors?
Yeah, I mean, dude, against the Warriors, he refused to do a lot of things, man. Like, he refused to stop running sets for them to stop shooting threes when they was missing a million threes. He refused. To be honest with you, he should have benched James Harden and kept Clint Capella in one game. I know Chuck didn't like that idea when I was talking to Chuck about it, but I'm like, dude, every time Harden come down the court, he's jacking up a three. Clint Capella at least make you move the ball around because now you don't have that person shooting a three. Like, somebody, it would have been more touches just to calm down the offense. But man, like, I just don't get it, man. You had a team. That was a squad, bro. Like, and as much as people dog CP3, look at what CP3 doing in OKC.
And then even last year, when was it? KD went down, and as soon as that happened, people thought, oh, they have a chance to finally beat them, and Golden State just put into overdrive and just annihilated them.
Hey Tim, is these your people?
Yeah, man, this is a basketball teammate. We've been doing this for life. You can move that comment off the screen, though, Jeremy. Move that one on over.
Let's see. Y'all making my brain hurt. I'm out of here. Hey, I'm telling you, he don't like nobody talking about them Spurs, boy. He don't like nobody talking about them Spurs.
Hey, Chuck, so do you think it's over for the Rockets? Because I feel like that ship has sailed now.
Yeah, I feel like it's over for them for this year for sure. The way they constructed this team towards the end is just like, what are y'all thinking? Just complete small ball. I mean, it's gonna when they play against a team like the Utah Jazz or a team that has a 1 or 2 dominant centers, they're gonna big men. They're gonna get killed.
So yeah,
you don't think they can do what the Warriors did when they started playing small ball?
No, they're not that efficient.
No, not even that. They don't have, dude. The Warriors play small ball, but when KD got in the block, it was a problem. Nobody on the Rockets team gets in the post and gets down the block, and that becomes that problem. Like James Harden always dribbles the ball out. I hate that about LeBron too. Always back dribbles, look at the clock, rubs his jersey. Like, I hate that. I feel like that's just like not basketball. But the Warriors had KD. When KD got you down in the post, it was over. Like, and it just opened up everything. The Rockets, they just moved. I was say they moved the ball around. And then if one more person tell me that Harden is an efficient passer, dude, everybody that plays for D'Antoni is an efficient passer because he tells everybody to look for the three. So you have no choice but to be your assists are gonna go up in the D'Antoni system. Just the way it works, man. I mean,
and then with the Warriors too, you gotta look at it. KD was 6'11". Draymond Green, what he's about 6'7", 6'8". The Rockets, the tallest guy they have out there was PJ Tucker, and he was only like 6'5", 6'6".
Hey, PJ Tucker got some heat, some sneaker heat, boy. That man got some shoes, boy.
Yeah, he sure does.
He can't shoot a jumper to save his life, though.
Nah, he can hit that corner three.
Yeah, he can hit that corner three.
It's so inconsistent, though. It's like, come on, bro. You got like $20,000 shoes on, man. Come on, everybody's looking at you. You better make some jumpers.
I tell you what, though, I'm interested to see the Rockets and the Lakers in a playoff series, like over the summer. I'd like to see that because you got really a big team versus the small ball, and obviously matchups create kind of the best type of game, and I think that's going to be that would be a good one.
Yeah, Lakers in 4.
Your screen just froze, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You heard me. Hey, I'm over here. I ain't on that dial up or Boost Mobile. I'm over here. Hey, you can hear exactly what I say. For real. But no, so anyway, hey, so when we talk about this, what are the next 2 episodes in The Last Dance? Like, what are they on? Do you guys know?
Yeah, next is the Dream Team. So we're going to look at the Dream Team stuff. I'm sure they'll break down a little bit more about Isaiah Thomas and him not getting selected or asked to be on the Dream Team. Looking at the formation of that team, the players on that team, how intense some of those practices were with Magic and Larry kind of trying to go at Mike, and Mike saying, "This is my time. I'm taking over." That's all I know of as far as the next one, though.
Man, that Dream Team, the amount of I'm sorry, take it back. Keep taking it back to shoes, but the amount of heat that these NBA players were wearing, I'm literally watching that episode just to point out the shoes that they go, dude. It's so much heat on that Dream Team, like so many retros. Right. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, can't help it.
I was gonna mention. I think another thing they're gonna talk about is the marketing for Jordan, because they kind of showed clips of course, the Spike Lee Jordan shoe commercials, and I think some of the other commercials he was in, like McDonald's and some of the other ones.
Yeah. So when we talk about that marketing, I know it's gonna be some next week, but. Man, I think we were talking about it. Hold up. How do I delete this person?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. See, I'm not the only one.
Yeah,
you know what she's talking about.
I mean,
she knows what she's talking about.
Hey, when your brain doesn't process the game of basketball the right way, I get it. It's okay. So it's fine. Anyway, let me take that off my screen because I don't like that. A good thing I can control this. Yeah. So, but no. Anyway, when we talk about marketing and stuff like that, me and Chuck was talking the other day. You guys imagine if Michael Jordan got on Twitter or Instagram, like he don't have any account. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron, all these players, they got these accounts. They put their whole life out there, shoe drop or anything. They put everything out there. Mm-hmm. Michael Jordan was a global icon without any social media, newspapers. And whatever else they had Dubs or Telegraphs. I don't know how they got information around back then. So you know, it's like he became this global icon without social media. I could just only imagine. And you know, some people say, "Oh, LeBron is going to eclipse that." But dude, like even now in the sneaker game, if you say Jordan, it's over LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you compare something in the game of basketball, it's always compared to Jordan. I don't think that we will ever see that. Like 35, bro. Like, and I still haven't seen anybody that they say, oh, this person's the best player in the league, and then they start comparing them to that person. It's still Jordan. Like, it's still Jordan. But when you say that to people, they get pissed, bro. They be like, that ain't true, But it's like, even LeBron said, I'm chasing the ghost of Jordan. Like, you ain't even chasing Jordan. You chasing his ghost. Like, it don't even make sense, man. It's just crazy.
But it just goes to show you Jordan's greatness, even though some of the younger people don't want to admit it.
Yep.
he's still the king of the mountain, and
Yeah.
it's really hard to knock him off.
And watching this documentary, I forgot how athletic, dude. This man hang time was like, it's like he just elevated there and was just like, all right, I come down. Like I don't see players like now. I see people jumping and stuff like that, but the way that he hung up when he shot a fadeaway and stuff like that, like Kobe tried to mimic it and still couldn't hang the way Jordan had, and it was just elegant, dude. He kind of looked like me.
Nah, but let me tell you, what I really loved is the fact that the episodes are kind of highlighting how the players loved the mid-range game and then taking the ball to the cup. 3 points for them was taking the ball to the cup, finishing, and then hitting your free throw. You know, I was actually talking about this earlier with Jeff Sims, and my son, he's 10 years old. He was watching the episode with me last night, and he literally jumped up off the sofa when he saw Jordan take it to the cup and then go up and under, hang time, doing all of that, because he was like, wow, because all he knows is Steph for three, Harden for step back three,
step back three.
Right, the step back three.
Yeah,
and then the stuff LeBron does. So to see, MJ's athleticism and just taking it to the cup, hitting them jumpers, the fadeaway, the turnaround, like I think this is really going to be healthy for some of the young kids who have just all their life, all they've known is 3 balls and deep balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It makes Jordan that much better taking all 2s and rarely taking a 3. Like,
right.
Imagine Jordan if he, like, obviously when he started playing for the Wizards, he started shooting a little longer balls. But imagine if he was shooting a couple of 3s here and there, like how many points he would average, or it would be super unstoppable. Like, it's no competition, man.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about stats when it comes to Jordan and other people being greater than him. But if you think about it, like what you just said, this man did this with 2s, barely shooting 3s. Now people are high, they're high score. James Harden it was during that little stretch, it was like 9 3-pointers, 8 to 9 3-pointers a night this man was hitting. Steph Curry's like 6 or 7. Like, I mean, do the math. I failed a couple of classes, but hey, I mean, that's easier to get points than it is for being in the post and in the block. So when you think about that, I'm like, stats really. Well, you gotta be careful when you start throwing stats at people and look at how somebody actually got it. Jordan left the game for a year and a half or so. He went 4 years of college before he came into the league. So it's just so many variables when people tell me, oh, but look at the numbers. He passed this, he's number 1 in this, and this. Bro, that man was fresh out of high school. He was young. The game was evolving to the point where touch fouls go to the free throw line. Imagine if LeBron shot 85 to 90% from the free throw line instead of 73. he would have a whole bunch of points. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like so different. Everybody's scoring. Point guards are scorers now. Like 40, 50 points for point guards, man. That was when something like that happened back in the day. Like that was unheard of, man. It's just different.
But they
didn't like that. Like when Iverson was doing that, they no one liked that.
Nope.
They wanted him to pass. They wanted him to be a point guard. That's why they moved into the 2. But still, like, yeah, it's different.
Iverson, man, that was my dude right there, boy. Iverson was my guy. Chuck, what was you about to say?
No, I was just saying back in the 90s and whatnot, you had to really fight for your shots. Like you said, like a 2-point, getting a tough 2-point shot is like getting a big time 3-point shot in today's game. Even like looking at some of the scores that they're showing from the Bulls documentary, like there are very few games that were like 100 points scored. A lot of the games were like 83 to 91, 92. It was very rare to get that. You had to really fight for your shots.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. So let me see here. I'm gonna go ahead and Wyatt, I'm gonna put your IG down. I mean your YouTube link down in the description section in your IG, so make sure people can follow it, man. Hey, Chuck, Tim, make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
How long you been doing the YouTube? You fairly new, right?
Yeah, I'm really new.
Okay. So yeah, man, let's put them out there, man.
You doing sneaker reviews, Wyatt?
Yeah, mostly, yeah, pretty much all sneaker stuff. Mainly Jordans, and then pretty much obviously Nikes and Adidas.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, so the thing with the live streams, like you can watch it anytime. People can do this. So make sure you guys, if you're watching this, subscribe to his page, subscribe to mine, hit that like button. Every Monday, 9 p.m., even when this series is over with, we're still gonna be doing this. So y'all, hey, leave comments, let us know topics y'all want us to talk about. Let us know if y'all agree, disagree. If y'all want to come on, let me know. We'll figure this out. But man, I just like talking about sports, man. I like to argue with people, to be honest with you. And Tim don't never agree with me. I think he disagree with me just to disagree with me. Like I think deep down inside he go home, lay down next to his wife and be like, man, Jeremy's a smart man. I agree with everything he said. But
I've never brought your name up in this house.
Whatever, man. and then you come up to me like, man, I don't agree with nothing you say. I'm like, it's all good, man. It's all good. But Chuck.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking football? Like what who's your team?
Texans.
The who?
Texans.
Oh. Are they good? Are they good?
They won a playoff game this past year.
Okay. Tim, what's your team?
Hey, let me ask you.
Buck.
Hey, Jeremy, let me ask you a question. Did the Patriots win a playoff game this past year?
Nah, they didn't, but they got how many rings they got though?
I don't remember. I don't look at the past, man.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Hey, Wyatt, ask Tim what do you think about Tom Brady this year opposed to last year?
What do you think about Tom Brady this year, Tim, besides last year?
Hey, man, Tom Brady's the GOAT. Okay? He's the GOAT. And he's in Tampa.
Boy,
and we're going to go to the Super Bowl.
Boy, hey.
We got Gronk, and we've been to win.
I can't stand people, man. Like, dude, I can't. Like, what's wrong with people? I've been saying this for like the last 6 years about this man. And now you want to say it, man. It's all good though.
Hey, man, I didn't really disagree with you though about that.
No,
I just wasn't a Patriot fan. I didn't disagree with you about Tom.
But do y'all think that the Bucks are actually going to contend, or is this going to be one of those things where Brady's done? Like, what do y'all think, Tim? Realistically, like, what do you think? Not because you're a Bucks fan, like. No.
Realistically, I definitely think they're going to contend. I mean, yeah, you have Brady. Yeah, we talk about the father time piece, but you see a lot of these quarterbacks are playing longer because the rules have changed to really protect the quarterback. You know what I mean? They're not getting hit as much. Tom is not a runner, so he ain't going to get out there and get smashed by somebody on the outside. He's got his go-to buddy. He's now here in Tampa with Gronk coming out of retirement. And then outside of that, you really are talking about one of the best wide receiver duos by stats and numbers from a quarterback last year who had also 30 interceptions. So you bring in somebody that's way more efficient, who's not going to cause 30 interceptions, and you give him Godwin and Mike Evans on the outside, Gronk, and still right as of right now, you still got another big wide tight end in OJ Howard. So you still running that 2 tight end system, and then whoever in the backfield at running back. They were a really good defense last year, and I think they've gotten better with a couple pickups. They definitely got a good chance.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I just want him to prove people wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I don't like Belichick, man. I've always liked Tom Brady. I don't like Belichick, and I do want to see him actually win without Belichick, just because, you know, I feel like Belichick is just one of those people that you see in a grocery store and you say, excuse me to, and you have the cart and they don't say nothing. They just stay there. You'd be like, excuse me, sir. He'd just be like, I said, excuse me. And then he'll look at you and then look like, I feel like that's Belichick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stand the guy, bro.
But I think Tom Brady's going to be like Joe Montana and Brett Favre when they went to different teams. Have a great year. Playoffs might win a game or two, but there's going to be that one team that'll throw that team off.
Yeah, no, I agree. Why? Who's your football team, man?
I'm not really into football.
Yeah, no.
I'm not. I don't pretend like I know it. I'm just a Sixers fan. That's it.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm just a Tom Brady fan. That's it. I've been able to watch football either. I'm just hey. Once Tom Brady retire, I'll find me another person.
Yeah.
Well, hey, all right, y'all. Hey, make sure you guys, whoever's watching it, hit that like button, subscribe, Kicknology. I got Wyatt's YouTube up there. I put the link down in the description section. I appreciate all you guys tuning in, checking in, chopping it up with your boy. Next Monday, y'all let me know. Wyatt, catch up, man. Make sure you watch all the.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch them tonight, man. I'm gonna be up all night watching this.
All right, make sure you guys watch.
I'm gonna come with some info next week. You guys better be ready.
There you go. Hey man, hey, I appreciate y'all. It's your boy Truth, man. Rock what you like, not what's hype. I appreciate y'all. Hey, y'all be safe, man. We out of here.
Later.
Yo, see you, everybody.